Hello everyone, my name is Rani. So today I'm going to give presentation on hijacking Bitcoin, routing attacks on cryptocurrencies. Hijacking Bitcoin, routing attacks on cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies rely on complex routing infrastructure to secure transmit transactions. Understanding the vulnerabilities in this system is crucial to protecting the integrity of digital currencies. So cryptocurrencies are basically like a blockchain, the best example of blockchain technology, as these are mostly distributive approach, and these have the protecting layers, protecting algorithms, uh, protecting techniques are used to use to reduce from hijacking or any malware attacks. Let's understand what are the attacks and how to get rid of it and what the techniques can be used. Understanding the Bitcoin routing infrastructure. P2P network. Bitcoin transactions are relayed across a decentralized P2P network of nodes. So these are distributed and decentralized P2P networks. Routing protocols. These nodes communicate using specialized routing protocols like BGP to propagate transaction data. So basically, routing all protocols used by Bitcoin is a broader gateway protocol, and to propagate transaction data. Network topology. The network topology and connectivity patterns are critical to efficient flow of transactions. Vulnerabilities in the Bitcoin routing. What are the vulnerabilities in Bitcoin routing? Let's understand. Centralization risk. Concentration of nodes and routing control in the hands of a few entities. So, as it is not centralized, it is decentralized, right? It is decentralized, so anyone can access the nodes, anyone can access the bitcoins, and anyone can modify the data in the Bitcoin data. So, that makes it the risk. Next, second, protocol weakness. Inherit flaws in the routing protocols used to propagate transactions. So weak protocol uh, will eventually be a case of hijacking or detect any malware software. So the the Bitcoin routing system should not include the protocol weaknesses. Next, network manipulation. Attackers can exploit network topology and connectivity to disrupt transaction flow. So interrupt into the network topology and connectivity to disrupt transaction flow. So this is the one of the drawback for using network topology in the routing of bitcoins. Routing attacks, types and techniques. What are the various types and techniques for attacking of bitcoins? Eclipse attacks, hijacking attacks, and partitioning attacks. Let's understand one by one. Eclipse attacks, isolating a victim node from the rest of the network to control its view of transactions. So, victim cannot be able to see what are the transactions are done at the other side. These attacks are called eclipse attacks. Means without intervention of that user, the data of the transactions or bitcoins will be changed. That is the main purpose of, that is the main method in the eclipse attacks. Hijacking attacks, exploiting routing or protocols to divert transaction traffic through malicious nodes. So changing the routing protocols, which leads to the different destination, and which leads to the uh, loss of data. That is hijacking attacks. Partitioning attacks, fragmenting the network into isolated components to disrupt consensus. So the disruption of network flow is partitioning attacks. Hmm? Impact of routing attacks on Bitcoin transactions. What are the impacts of routing attacks? Double spending. Routing attacks can enable double spending of bitcoins by manipulating transaction visibility. So there is a false transactions which could lead to the false false visibility for the user, and understand the transaction. So that could be the double spending. Delayed confirmation, disrupting the flow of transactions can lead to significant delay in the block confirmation. Network instability, large scale attacks can destabilize the entire cryptocurrency network and erode user trust. Financial loss, successful routing attacks can result in substantial financial losses for cryptocurrency users and exchanges. So these are the four impacts. They are double spending, delayed confirmation, network instability, and financial losses. Mitigating routing attacks, existing approaches. What are the existing approaches for to escape from the routing attacks? Network monitoring, cryptographic authentication, decentralization, secure routing protocols. Network monitoring, continuously monitoring the routing infrastructure for anomalous and suspicious activities. So continuously monitoring the routing, this could avoid it from the this could easily detect the, if any anomaly or any malicious attacks would occur. This could be easily detected using network monitoring. Cryptographic authentication, implementing robust cryptographic mechanism to verify the integrity of routing information by coding and decoding would be helpful for cryptographic authentication. Decentralization, promoting a more decentralized network topology to reduce the impact of localized attacks. So decentralization, in the sense, the data, the Bitcoin data would be revolve around the various users, and that could resolve the, if any attacks would occur in local, that could be reduced using decentralization. Next, secure routing protocols, developing and deploying routing protocols that are inherently resistant to manipulation. What are the future directions in securing cryptography? Cryptocurrency routing, decentralized routing, exploring decentralized approaches to routing that reduces single points of failure, blockchain based routing, leveraging blockchain technology to create verifiable and secure routing infrastructure, AI powered monitoring, utilizing advanced AI and machine learning techniques to detect and mitigate routing attacks. So these three are the future directions or the newly added features, we can say. Those are decentralized routing and blockchain based routing and AI powered monitoring. Conclusion and the takeaways. So basically, these are the three these are the three key points must be taken in the mind and understand what are the new, if any new blockchain technology or new blockchain currency would be released, and what are the protective layers we could perform, what are the protective process we need to maintain. Those will be held in these three properties. First one is routing vulnerabilities. Cryptocurrency networks face significant risk from routing attacks that can disrupt transactions and error user trust. So we need to keep in mind that routing algorithms or routing protection algorithms must be strong and complex. There could be usage of cryptography in it, or there could be use of any protective algorithms to be used without, for not interruptive transactions by other third party persons. Next, mitigation strategies. Existing approaches focus on network monitoring, cryptographic authentication, and secure routing protocols, but more innovative solutions are needed. So, day by day, as the technology increases, the cyber attacks would also increase. The new technology, new process of attacking would also increases. So that by adaptive change in the environment, the adaptive solution would also be introduced. That could be helpful in future for making the protocol very protective. And cryptographic authentication is traditional way, but by analyzing it and adding new feature, it can be made for the more specific and more protective algorithm. Future direction. Decentralized routing, blockchain based solutions, and AI powered monitoring offers promising avenues for strengthening the security of cryptography cryptocurrency networks. So these three key points: decentralized routing, blockchain based solutions, and AI powered monitoring offers a promising revenues for strengthening the security of cryptocurrency networks. Thank you.